Holy crap, man. That Masamune is no joke. What do you think about Germans? German people are German. I don't know what else to say about that. Did you just use Null Fire? What the heck? That's random. Let's see, let's do some healing here. Number 3, what do you think about the current political situation in America? Me as a foreigner am quite scared of the outcome. You know. America's always on the brink of stupid people doing stupid things. That's just the way America is. We always find a way through it. What's your favorite magic spell? My favorite element is wind. And unfortunately, wind isn't used very much in the Final Fantasy universe, which kind of sucks. But like I know the arrow spell is in a few games, and so I've always liked it when they have that. Another really cool one was that beam attack in Final Fantasy 12. I forget what it's called. I think it was called like Reaper or something. But that attack was cool. Holy crap, 98 damage. What the heck? I don't know. I've always liked Ultima in like Final Fantasy VII. I always thought it was really cool. This is where I came from. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where the steps are. Oh, goodness. I don't like the looks of this. No! God. It's always on Jen, too. I don't know why. I really needed her to use that light axe. Like, real bad. I would have killed a bunch of them instead of used Great Axe and did nothing. But hey, at least they're wasting their time using Null Fire. And finally he asked, why am I so tired? You don't sleep enough, I guess. Would be the reason why you're so tired. Alright, that's enough questions on that one. Or well, all the questions, I mean. No questions on that one. Here's some questions. Pablo Delgado. It's a cool name, by the way. Hold on, I'm gonna do some more healing. It says, with which Final Fantasy character do you identify yourself the most? That's a good question. I always kind of identified myself with Red 13, which is funny because he's not even a human. But it's not because he's not human or anything. It's because I'm part Indian, not like really Indian or anything like that, but like deep in my ancestry there's like a little bit of Indian. But when I was growing up, my grandfather and I used to go on hikes all the time, and that was kind of like I could learn a little bit about Indians and stuff, because like the hikes sometimes had like information about the Indians and stuff. Random Tiamat, okay, that was completely random. Whatever, that's cool. Oh my god, I just did no damage to him, and he used poison. Thank goodness it missed. So yeah, like Indians were just always kind of cool for me growing up, and I played Final Fantasy VII when I was growing up, so by design, I need to do something to do some damage to him. I'll bolt through. By design, I kind of thought Red 13 was pretty cool. And then also, he's kind of like really smart and wise. And I was always kind of the smart kid, at least growing up. In like middle school and stuff. High school wasn't as much, but in middle school I was always like the smart kid, even to the point where like I got picked on sometimes. So, or at least, you know, people thought I was the smart kid. I more of thought that I was just the responsible one. And not really like, I wasn't like a brainiac or anything. I just was more responsible and did my homework, and everyone else was like, homework's gay. So they just figured out like I'm smart because I do homework. And I'm like, no, you're just dumb and don't do homework. So he's kind of like smart and wise, so I kind of like identified with him that way as well. There we go, there's some damage. I always thought Freya was really cool too. Did he say Final Fantasy VII or just Final Fantasy? Okay, he just said Final Fantasy character. I always thought Freya was cool too. I didn't identify with Freya, but Freya was that kind of character that I wanted to identify with. Like, you know, if you ever like played a game and you're like, man, I wish I was like that. You know, I wish I had the guts to do that, or I wish I was as cool as that guy, or whatever. That was like me with Freya from Final Fantasy IX. I always thought she was so cool, and I wish I was her, and I wish I was like that cool, like, quiet character that everyone wondered about. Like, I thought that was so cool, and I wanted to be like her, but I knew I could never, like, be like that, because you don't really act like that in real life. You would just be really strange. Also, that looks like it's gonna hurt a lot. Kinda did. Alright. Should probably stop using lightning though, because he seems to enjoy that. Come on, Mike. Boom! Yeah! There we go. This guy says use Excalibur as an item and get mind blown. Does it do something as an item? I wonder. Now I gotta check. Now I gotta see. Now I have to see this. I need to get into like a weak fight so I can heal up, because this isn't exactly a weak fight, but I'll take it, I guess. Jeez, he really is doing like as much damage as Mike is. That's insane. All game, Mike has been doing like 10 times the damage that Death's been doing. I give him the Masamune, and now he's just super boss. Let's see if there's any other questions. Oh, Pablo asked another one. Favorite places in the Final Fantasy world that you would live in? I definitely live in Costa del Sol, man. I always thought Costa del Sol is just the coolest, like, most relaxing town in Final Fantasy history. Which, and I love Costa del Sol so much because it's such a great, it's, actually, hold on, let me check that one. The whole game, every town has this, like, dreary undertone. Like, okay, you go to Calm, right? And Calm is, like, really kind of dreary, and you talk about the Nibelheim flashback when you go there, which is, like, all bad. So you're kind of sad when you get to Calm, and everyone's just kind of, like, whatever in Calm, and it's not, like, you know, it's definitely not, like, a cheery town, okay? Then you go to, like, Junon, and Junon has the Shinra all up in their business, so no one's happy there, and the girl nearly drowns, and it's just like bad news. And then you go to like Rocket Town, and Rocket Town has Sid, who his dreams weren't realized, and you know he's all mad and stuff, and Shinra comes in to like use the town for its rocket program. So like that town isn't very happy either. And then you go to like Gongaga, and everyone's all sad in Gongaga, and the reactor's all blown up and everything. And just literally, like, every single town you go to is just like sadness. And most of the music kind of reflects it. Most of the music is kind of like dreary and dark. And then, but you go to Costa del Sol, and it's like the one place where everyone goes to escape. And like, no one cares about what's going on in the world there. They're just like happy there. And and the music reflects it, and the music's all happy, and you enjoy being there, and it's just awesome. And so it's such a, like, it wouldn't work as well if you put Costa del Sol in a game that was naturally happy. Like if you put Costa del Sol in like, I don't know, like Spyro or something, where like most things are a joke and it's kind of funny and uplifting, and most of the game is pretty happy, it wouldn't have the same effect. But the fact that you put it in this game that's naturally dreary and dark, it elevates it to this point where it just seems like Costa del Sol is legitimately the best place in the world to live. And so it gives you like this feeling that like Costa del Sol is the place, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's cool in that way. Okay, there was no reason to go around like this. This looks like the end here. I think I finally made it. I don't know if it's the end, but I'm definitely fighting something that's not just the bosses of the game. I don't really know if there's anything else I need to do to prepare. I can use these cures because I have them. Why not? Alright, let's do this thing. Well, don't you look familiar? Don't remember me? It's Garland. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. 2,000 years into the future, you killed me. But the four great forces sent me back in time, thus resurrecting me in the past. Oh my goodness. The wheel of time revolves eternally. I sent the four fiends of chaos into the future, and they shall once again send my future self into the past. But we killed him. 2,000 years ago, 2,000 years from now, I will lose all memory of the past. Oh. But in that past I will be reborn yet again. Your lives shall end here, and mine shall last forever. Well, this is terrifying. Oh my goodness. Alright, oh my goodness, this music. This music is epic. Loving this music. Alright, what do I want to do here? Let's use Null All on Card so he doesn't die, because he's a weakling. I love the animations of some of the spells in this game, they're so cool. Booyah Shaka. That didn't even lower the amount of damage that Ice did to Card. What a useless freaking everything. Alright, where's my sword that uses Saber? There it is. Oh, it's gloves, not a sword. Okay, use haste on yourself. You... instantly kills a foe, that seems legit. Wonder if I could slow him. Probably not, but we could try it, just for the heck of it. And you are actually going to use White Robe. Nope, missed. Alright, time to start attacking. Use Ice 3, I guess. You're gonna use Cure 3 on Death. Boogie Shotgun. That did nothing. That sounds terrifying. Ow. Oh, okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All good. Alright, you just keep using haste, man. You just keep it going. Jen, you're gonna heal 2. Actually, you're gonna heal 3. Keep that haste train rolling. Oh! Looks like he's got all these super high level spells that are all the different elements. Oh my god, that like knocked us on our butt. See that? Not doing as much damage as I would like. That's okay, I guess. Does this cast on everyone? Yeah. If he uses them like in a... Yeah, I think he's using them in a cycle. So if I know which one's coming next, I might be able to null it. Oh my goodness. This is no joke. Just flung us away. Oh crap, card's dead. Didn't get the heal off in time. Doing good damage though. Just keep the damage up. Should I don't really know if I want to resurrect. Spend the time to resurrect a card. He's not really that useful anyways. Holy crap, that damage though. Holy crap, it missed us. Thank goodness. Oh, that probably would have auto-killed us actually. Because that's what Quake does. Okay, now I'm wondering if he's going to use fire now. I'm actually going to use Null Ice because I'm afraid he's going to attack before me. Okay, so now hopefully he uses Ice next, and my Null Ice will null it. Ow. Okay. Keep the damage as it coming. We're gonna... We're gonna try to resurrect a card, see what happens here. Oh, we got him! I knew he had to be dead soon, because Mike was just dishing out the damage. Well, see you later. Just gonna sink into that little hole there. Whatever's going on there. The time loop was severed at last. The battle spanning 2,000 years came to an end, and peace prevailed. The light of the 4 crystals revived the wind, water, earth, and fire. Did I really want to revive the fire? That's strange. It all began with a trivial misunderstanding, but it was enough to open Garland's heart to darkness. That's interesting. It all started with a misunderstanding. His hatred swelled with the 4 forces of nature, and from it were born the 4 fiends of chaos. Evil swallowed the world, plunging all into darkness. But that is now past. The stuff of legends. Thanks to the courage and strength of the 4 warriors, all has been set right again. The warriors will travel in time once more. The world to which they return will be restored to its natural state. Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland will be there, oblivious to what happened in that time-twisted dimension. But when did it all begin? The source of the chaos lay in a strand of time that looped around to connect 2,000 years. 4 warriors were chosen by the very forces that had plunged the world into darkness. These 4 forces were the key to banishing the darkness as well. And when everything was over, the memory of the 4 warriors' journey to the past was destined to be lost forever. But their deeds will survive in people's hearts as legend. The tales will be passed down for generations to come. Dwarves and elves, dragons, people who reach for the stars, all will cherish the tales. The warriors are returning, traveling back from the world 2,000 years past. Oh my god, this goes on forever. It's just saying the same thing over and over. With the memory of their journey buried deep within their hearts, they will carry on their lives and watch over the world. Never forget, the light of this world must always be guided in the right direction. If it goes astray, darkness will come again. Oh my god, this just never ends. A crystal shines within every heart. A crystal gleams within your heart too, for you are the one who fought the battle, spanning 2,000 years. Did you know that? A crystal gleams within my heart. That just, the tears, they're gonna start flowing. They're gonna start flowing. May the world be blessed with light for eternity. And then birds. Then also birds. Final Fantasy. Oh, look, the bridge. Seymour, quiet. I'm trying to watch the credits. Original staff. Alright, well, we finally did it. Man, what a journey that was through Final Fantasy 1, through me making all sorts of stupid mistakes, and then you guys commenting about how bad I am. Good times. It was good times, man. I can't wait to repeat these good times in Final Fantasy 2. Before we complete Final Fantasy 1, somebody typed something. Somebody left a comment about a super boss in this game, and that shocks me that if there's a super boss in this game. So I'm about to look up to see if there is one. I don't really know what to search for because I don't know what its name is. Ooh, look at that picture of something. That's special. though actually only a very rare random encounter. Warmech in the NES version can be considered a super boss, as its attacks are more powerful than the four fiends combined. His power has been toned down in remakes since Dawn of Souls. Shinru and Omega in the Lifespring Grotto and Deathgaze in the Whisperwind Cove are the super bosses that appear in the Dawn of Souls, the 20th Anniversary Edition, and mobile platform remakes based on the latter. In the 20th Anniversary Edition and remakes based on this version, Chronodia is an even stronger super boss, fought at the end of the new bonus dungeon. I don't think I have any of that, because this is the PS1 original version here. What is the Dawn of Souls version? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, okay, it's a Game Boy Advance version of it. It's a remake. Anyways, so I think Warmech is the only, located in the Flying Fortress on the bridge leading to Tiamat. It is a 3 in 64 chance of appearing each time the Warriors of Light enter a battle on the bridge. Is he in the PS1 version? Yes, he is. And he's the same as the NES version. Actually, he's even stronger in the NES version. He has more health and gives less experience. Well, we could go try to fight him, but there's a pretty crappy chance of him spawning. I'd also have to make it all the way there first. Let's see. There's like a 4% chance, almost 5% chance of him showing up. It's pretty crappy. That's really random that they'd make like this super boss that's just a random encounter near the Tiamat area. That's so random. Looks like it's easier to find in the NES version. Oh, I see. It's because in the NES version, it's not really random. It's only kind of random. So you like pretty much automatically will fight him if you fight enough times. Whereas in the PS1 version, it's still a luck of the draw kind of thing. So well, I don't think anyone wants to watch me run around in circles trying to find this dude, especially because, honestly, I'll probably just obliterate him. Because he has 2,000 health. Details. Completed games data contains the contents of the collections section. Load a completed games data to start a new game that retains all the collections you've gathered up to that point. Saving this data is highly recommended, and you may add to your enjoyment of the game. Oh, gee, thanks. Glad you've added. It will add enjoyment. Well, that's cool, actually, that they did that in this PS1 version, though. So, yeah, because I'm looking like right now, like Chaos. How much life did Chaos have? If I could spell Chaos correctly, it'd probably help, huh? boss fight? There we go. So, in Chaos had 4,000 HP. And Warmech only has 2,000. So, by the time Warmech really did much to me, he'd probably just be dead. So yeah, I don't think it's worth the 5% chance of getting him to spawn. But maybe sometime I can, or I could do it on stream sometime. Maybe if you guys want to see Warmech, I could stream sometime and just go up there and try to get him to spawn. That might be kind of fun. And speaking of the stream, a couple days ago, I started streaming a full white mage version of this game. Basically a white mage only challenge. This is it right here. And I'll probably be uploading the videos from this live stream and any further ones that I do to the Patreon page. So if you would like to see another run through of this game with only white mages, you can sign up for our Patreon club. It is only $1 a month at the minimum. And you get to see all sorts of stuff that you don't get to see on YouTube, plus get a bunch of other bonuses if you donate more, including video requests and control of the live stream and a lot of other cool stuff, behind the scenes stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the Patreon page. It is patreon.com/48productions. It's not 4-8 productions because they don't like dashes at Patreon. But yeah, you can check it out. If not, don't worry. This Let's Play will always be free, so you don't need to donate if you don't want to. But if you do want to see a playthrough with only white mages, you can sign up for it. Like I said, it's only $1 a month, and it helps me out a ton. Helps me continue to do this Let's Play and lots of other stuff, so I would appreciate it. But that's it for Final Fantasy 1. So I guess we'll sign off here, and I will see you guys in Final Fantasy 2. And the continuation of this epic Final Fantasy Let's Play through every Final Fantasy game. It's going to be a long ride.